Tu restes là, il va venir, tu te laisses. À faute.
Our next commentary match is fast approaching, so why not take this chance to check out all our interesting markets? There's plenty to choose from to get involved, as well as outrights and correct score markets as first and anytime goal scorer, goals over and under, both teams to score, double chance, and many, many more. We'll have all the build-up and the team news ahead of the game, and you can then sit back and enjoy full, independent, off-tube, studio-based commentary on all the action as it unfolds. You won't miss a thing from the first kick to the full-time whistle. So why not take this opportunity to have a bet, get involved, and then listen to our commentary and expert analysis on all the action. Do remember to be gamble aware and bet responsibly to keep it fun.
joue, joue. Encore, deuxième. Stop. Là. On avance, Tom. Gagne maintenant. Gagne. Reste debout. Bien, Mike. Bilan. Fermez, Mike, fermez. Bill. Avancez.
On est fatigué, on la garde.
Give me. move. Up, up. Up, boys. Vas-y, debout, debout. Allez, fight. Calme, calme. Reste debout, Paille, reste debout. Vas-y, debout, debout. debout, pareil, reste debout. Cherchez les profondeurs, Zaka. Mimi.
Vas-y, lâche-toi, viens.
Ah, passe. Ah. Rejoins. Mumi. Sel.
Outgrowth Vital, in comes Konstantopoulos, whereas Rangers and Derek McInnes, they make a good few changes, 5 to be exact. Outgoes Godfrey, Gassama, Devlin, Naderi and Shankland, McCrory, Neil, Chukwane, Chamiti and a debuting Yokota come into the lineup for the Scottish side. For Jagiellonia, it is Svala Ambrovic in goal, back four of Norbert Wojcicki, Apostolos Konstantopoulos, Yuki Kabayashi and Guilherme Montoya. Midfield three of Rodrigo Conceição, skipper Taras Romchuk and Sergio Lozano, and a forward three of Kajetan Smith, Jesus Imaz and Nick Prelec. For Rangers, Ivor Pandor is in goal. Back four of Dion Sterling, Ross McCrory, Emmanuel Fernandez and Tay Romans. Midfield duo of Toki Chukwane and skipper this evening Dan Neil, with Daisuke Yokota, Telo Asgard and Mohamed Diamande supporting Yusuf Chimiti, who leads the line. Nikola Dabanovic is the official for all the action this evening in Białystok, Poland. The Charlton Arena. Do join us shortly for kick-off. Unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary of UEFA Europa League qualifying as Jagiellonia Białystok take on Rangers. Rangers take the trip to Poland this Thursday afternoon to take on Jagiellonia Białystok in European qualifying as they look to get their European campaign up and going, at least in the qualifying rounds. The Polish side, they also come into the Europa League qualifiers for this round. It should be an interesting one between two top sides. Two sides who did finish third in their respective. And it is a warm welcome to this evening's unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary of all the action from Białystok, Poland, from the Charlton Arena as the UEFA Europa League qualifiers continue this Thursday evening as Rangers take the trip to Poland to take on Jagiellonia this evening. Of course, as both sides did finish third in their respective leagues last season. The Polish side third in theirs after winning the league in the 23-24 season. Rangers, of course, behind Celtic and Hearts in third place, of course, in the 25-26 season. And an early free kick after a foul on Prelec by Sterling means that Derek McInnes's side have a bit of defending to do here. Early on, it was Ross McCrory, actually, apologies, giving away the foul. McCrory, the new recruit, but former Rangers player, of course, making his second debut for the side. He's at centre-back this evening amongst the changes. Sterling is at right back. I will take you through both 11s in just a moment, if you did miss them in the preamble. But there is a dangerous free kick here, wide on the left-hand side for the host. Ball into the box. It's a dangerous one, not dealt with confidently by Rangers, kept in play on the right-hand side. Can they find a ball into the box to take it past Fernandez? Poked further forward, ball fizzed back across the face of goal. Strike comes in awkwardly, more of a deflection actually, and then cleared away by Romans, the fullback. Nearly fell for Jesus Imaz in the centre there, the number 11. He'll be leading the line this evening for the Polish side. I will bring in my co-coms for Marcel in just a moment, but a frantic start for Rangers to defend with here. Asgard, the man who did score the equaliser against Dundee United on Friday evening, gets the ball, clears it long, and a frantic start. Great atmosphere, it has to be said, at the Charlton Arena to start with, but Rangers, as I say, they're under the cosh here. They come ball down the left-hand channel into Chimiti, loses his footing once and twice, but keeps the attack alive. Ball for Asgard is overhit, but it's won well back in the middle by Diamande. Coming forward now, Yokota looking to go for a strike at goal. Can't get it underway, and as I said, for the second and third time, a frantic start here this evening in Poland. Just about 3 minutes into the game. Warm welcome, an official independent off-tube studio commentary. Jagiellonia versus Rangers in Europa League qualifying this Thursday evening. Of course, an early kick-off, at least for us in the UK, with a lot to come this evening in terms of football. But as I say, it's myself, Lewis Raftery, joined by Nathan Owastel, take you through all the action. Of course, the Polish side 2 wins from 2 in their league season so far. Of course, early days still feels a bit like pre-season, whereas Rangers did, you would have to say, drop points in the first game for Derek McInnes away to Dundee United on Friday evening. They'll be looking for a bit of confidence boost here, but nice play by Diamande to the left of Romans. Ball into the box for everyone, and it's into the back of the net. Off of Montoya, the left back, and into the back of the net. Lovely build-up play, 1-2 from Romans and Diamande. Great run from the full-back. It's a dangerous ball, just putting it into that dangerous area, asking questions of of the home side's defence, asking the Rangers forward, the Rangers attacking line, just someone get a touch on it, and it was fizzed in with such pace and power where it didn't need to come off a blue jersey. It came off a red and yellow one and into the back of their own net. Chimiti was in there, maybe takes a touch off him, and that's how it's so awkward for the full-back to deal with. I will give him a bit of credit. Well, credit, I know it's in the back of his own net, but if he doesn't deal with it, I believe Sterling is there for a tap-in, if I'm being honest. So I know it's an own goal. What a start for Rangers. I mean, I know we're only 3.5 minutes, as I say, unfortunately, I haven't been able to even bring Nathan in yet to ask him how the game's going to go. But that's a perfect start for Rangers and Darren McInnes as they side a 1-0 up just inside about 4.5 minutes.
Well, if you were going to ask me, I'd have said Rangers were going to score very soon. So, brilliant. I tell you what, down that left side, we talked about that left side. You covered that game against Dundee on Friday. Romans and Diamande, the number 10. Brilliant link-up play. The man I'm just speaking about, I think he's just picked up the first yellow card of the evening, no mere 5 minutes into the game. But a lovely link-up play. Diamande round the corner to stab it down the line. Romans, it was an unbelievable ball. Inside foot low, driven across the 6-yard box. It's a terror for defenders facing their own goal with a ball in like that. And I tell you what, Chimiti, he doesn't get a touch on the ball, but you credit for him because he jumped over the ball. Defender doesn't read that, and then before you know it, the ball's flying at him. It's hit him on the ankle. Not much he can do about it. He reacted quite late. And it's a brilliant start for Rangers. It has to be said, away from home as well. They were so underwhelming last season in the Europa League, of course. Knocked out in the qualifying stages of the Champions League by Club Brugge by 9-1 over 2 legs. I mean, that's atrocious. And then they finished 32nd in the league phase of the Europa League. That's way under par. And of course, the SPL season they finished 10 points behind Celtic. They're always going to be in and around the mix, and they weren't. They were third in a 2-horse race with Hearts and Celtic. So it was a really disappointing season. And now Derek McInnes coming in. It's a clean slate, isn't it? Didn't get off to the best start. Maybe a bit of teething issues. You don't know. You need a few games under your belt to see how it's going to go. But no better start this evening. They had to get the first goal to rubber stamp a good performance, and I tell you what, they were under the cosh very early on, but very important they got that first goal.
Very important, and as you said, that's exactly what you want, don't you? I'm not saying they're going to shut up shop now for the rest of the game, but it's almost sat there as if, like, well, we've got our goal now, it's up to the home side to do their business, if you will. One well at the back there by the man who will go down with the assist, and as Nathan said recently, yellow carded Romans. He clears it forward for Chimiti. I will say at the moment, I did say that McCrawley was playing at centre back. He did play there after he came on for Godfrey on Friday evening, and Sterling went to centre back. It's actually the opposite early on here. McCrawley at right back, Sterling at centre back, partnering Fernandez. I mean, both players can play, so maybe that'll be a bit of, I don't know, you go forward, I'll stay back. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and see how it does play out. But for the moment, Sterling is a part of the central defensive unit. So quickly, as I said, Rangers do just have the ball with the goalkeeper, Pandu. We'll bring you the lineups of both sides. Abramovich is in goal for the hosts. Unfortunately, nothing he could do about it, but he has already conceded. Well, as soon as I'm trying to bring you the lineups, another lovely ball forward for Chimiti. Poor pass from Chukwayani there. He nearly wins up all back, though. He's had quite a back and forth start. He's been all over the place in the best and the worst ways so far. Yokota trying to press down the left-hand side Montoya. He's not had a great start. I'm sure he wants to get improving from there. The own goal, and the only goal so far in the game, of course, goes down as it hits. Ball forward. Now done well by Imaz. To the left-hand side. Lovely. Just letting it run through the legs there from Schmidt, but well read by Romans. And back it goes to the goalkeeper. Goes on. Chimiti's already held that ball up well so far. A couple of nice just chest nods down. If anything, at the moment, Asgard is actually a little bit further forward with Chuck Ruani playing just in behind Chimiti. Well, speaking of Asgard, he's just being brought down there by Conceição. It'll be a foul by the Polish midfielders side, and it will be free kick for Rangers. Of course, Asgard did score a really good goal against Dundee United. Lovely play there He's putting his body in the way. He knows exactly what he's doing there. But for the rest of the team, Wojciech at right back, a left back, Montoya, of course, the man we've already spoken about a few times, Kobayashi and Kostan Tupoulis as the two centre-backs. Midfield three of the skipper, Romchuk, Lozano and Conceição in the middle. Forward three of Schmidt, Aimaz and Prelec, as Rangers do just have the ball at the back. Panda in goal. Back four of Sterling, McCrory, Fernandez, already yellow carded, Romans. Midfield duo of Neil, the skipper for this evening, and Diamande. Vikota off the right, Asgard off the left, and Chukwuani just in behind Yusuf Chimiti leads the line this evening. There were 5 changes, of course. Poor pass at the back, and Romans, well, he seems lively already, looks for the 1-2 there. Ball into Chimiti, and it's just held off there by Conceição. And I think the referee this evening is Nikola Damanovic. They were asking there for a bit of a block off, and he didn't give it. So the Horse do regain the ball, but Chimiti pressing high, wins it, strike outside the area. Might have taken a slight deflection off of Kobayashi and just took the sting out of the strike there. But Rangers, and as you said, I think you were spot on, maybe some teething issues. It's a new boss coming in, new ideas. He's still with very early August. It always does feel a little bit pre-season-esque, no one's up to full fitness. But that first game against Dundee United, I thought they were poor in the first half. The second half they improved. They've come out so far with a bit of something to prove, I feel, so far.
Yeah, Chimiti leading that as well. Fantastic press. Just a bit. They link up well, Rangers, and then the most simple of the passes you see is the one that they sort of misplace, and it's a little bit frustrating in that sort of sense, because you feel like if they got that right, then they play some really neat football. We've seen it again here. They've predominantly been on the ball since they'd scored as well. They've got some really good attacking players. And of course, the likes of the fullbacks getting forward, and including the man that got the assist in Romans, leading that as well. If they can just get that final little pass right, they play some really attractive football. Of course, they look to the weekend. They've got Hibs. That's the first home game of the season at Ibrox. That's huge for them. Of course, Hibs suffering defeat themselves at home to Motherwell. You've seen them up and about the top areas as well, but that'll be a hard game nonetheless. First corner of the game, Rangers.
The opportunity for them to swing one in. Romans has already got that assist to his name for the own goal. Also, he's a good set piece taker as well, usually. He's a fullback, so he's got an opportunity to swing one in here. Will be from the left-hand side. In the first half, it is from left to right, the Horse go in red and yellow. The visitors, Rangers, from right to left in the usual blue home jersey, white shorts and black socks. Well, I said it was going to be Romans. Looks like it might be Asgard maybe taking an in-swinger. Both of them, you've got right-footed options and left-footed options. Might be Derek McInnes trying to change it up. It is Asgard swings a wicked ball into the back post. Fernandez there with the header, all 6'6" of him, just a little bit behind him, and he does well to try and keep it in play, but it does trickle out for a goal kick. And I think what you've got to say is they've got some tall players. Chimiti, McCrory and Sterling are really natural centre-backs. Diamande is a tall player. Chukwuani as well. But Fernandez, 6'6", we know he can be devastating from set piece as well. You like to think every set piece, you've almost maybe got to double, triple mark him and mark him out of those set pieces sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a big lad, isn't he? He's the one you'll be aiming for. I mean, they haven't got the smallest squad in the world, that's for sure. Chukwuani's not the smallest, and it is Chimiti. He's no slouch in the air. Dujon Sterling's quite a hefty fella as well, of course, can, like you say, play in that centre-half position very well, from a Blackpool man, so very good. There's a ball just going to come in here.
The ball into the box, and it's ended up in the back of the net as well. So Rangers took the lead inside 5 minutes, but it hasn't lasted long. The home side have struck back as soon as they can. And you can see pictures definitely straight towards Derek and McInnes. He wants to see on the tablet. They're always a picture like that these days. He wants to see. He's not happy with what he saw defensively there. Just a ball into the box. Panda, he didn't look confident with what had come in. Last off of Schmidt, the number 7. And well, the home fans, credit them, they've been in great spirit the entirety since kick-off and even pre-game. But it's on the left-hand side. It's a lovely ball into the box. I mean, it might go for everyone. I think it does go for everyone, actually. Apologies. So it will go down. Might even just come off Fernandez's boot. Might watch this be a better replay. It's a curling ball in from the left-hand side. It's last off of, I want to say, is that Chukwuani possibly? Fernandez, there's a couple of blue jerseys right next to each other, but the cross from Schmidt does come in. So I want to say it will go down as the number 7's goal. So a quick fire response, you would have to say, considering that yes, Rangers did take an early lead. That was an own goal in the 4th minute. So less than 10 minutes later, it is the host Jagiellonia 1, Rangers 1. And I think if you had Derek McInnes, we were trying to watch to see if it had taken a flick, and that's why maybe Pandey wasn't. He looked a little bit like he didn't react to it. I think it's because he's expecting a touch off of it, so as a goalkeeper, you don't want to commit too early. He'll be watching that and going, why is no one maybe taking charge of that situation?
Yeah, it's a nightmare for a keeper, isn't it? A ball in like that. I mean, both the goals have come from 2 very, very teasing balls in. And that one itself, I think he got a nick. I'm not sure whether it was curling in. I thought that should have gone down as an own goal as well. But Schmidt's got it in number 7 for now, at least. It was just a teaser. But Pandey, the former, I mean, we watch a lot of English football, don't we? That's a name we're familiar with. The former Hull City goalkeeper. There's not much. He stood still and he watched it go into his left-hand side from the right. Not much he can do about it. So you do feel for him in that sense. But it's, like you say, you're absolutely right. From a Rangers point of view and from Pandey's point of view, he wants that ball dealt with before it reaches his goal. He doesn't want to have to be dealing with a ball in like that, because he has to make a very, very quick decision very quickly once it's left all of his defenders in. He was too late and ended up in the back of the net, so he'll be looking at his centre-half thinking, you needed to help me out there.
100%. And I think you're right, though, because he's the one thinking, if I die for that and then someone, the striker stabs it, I'm as in the middle, well then he's shooting to the back of an empty net, isn't he? So the goalkeeper can't really commit from a cross. But that's a lovely ball into Asgard. First time pass to Chukwueze. Out to the right-hand side, Yokota. Needs some support, slows it down. He's going to get an overlapping run in just a moment. Plays it to the edge of the area to Chukwueze. Diamande to the left-hand side for Romans. Ball into the box, flicked on by Asgard. It was just an awkward height for the former Luton man to bring it down. Now down the right-hand side, Sterling battling away with Prelec, and he's going to win a free kick. Is the winger. Sterling there. It was one of them where I thought Sterling did well at first, and then it was the winger who took it past him. It was a good battle between the two sides, and Sterling just a little bit of a. It's a clip of the ankles, but it also is a bit of a coming to between them. But it is Sterling he's the one who initiates the contact, but he also is one of them that if the referee and the linesman kept the flag down, I also wouldn't have confused and said, no, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, I think he's quite fortunate to get a yellow card in that instance, because he is gone down that far side. He's not in on goal by any means, but he's stopping a counter-attack there. He was gone, and Sterling, I think he counts a little bit fortunate there. But now the home side's tails are up. Rangers were, and they look in control, and all of a sudden, I wouldn't say a fluke goal, but a goal out of nothing has turned the tide.
And now the free kick comes in. It's a floated one into the penalty area. Nodded away by Chimiti. Only to McCrory inside his own corner flag. Tries to play a first-time pass to Yokota. But forward come the Horse once again. Down the left-hand side. Good run from Schmidt. Ball into the box. Header. He's going to... Well, no, it's not going to go wide. Smith kept in play on the left-hand side by Romans. It was off the head, I want to say, of Imaz. But unfortunately, it's one of them where it's almost just taken a touch off his... forward and gone very much wide of the mark. They've lost the ball here of Rangers, still coming forward. And the Horse strike comes in, blocked away. It'll fall on the edge of the area for a strike that will end up in the back of the nets. But the whistle had already blown. Roman Chuk, well, the skipper, was a great strike because it was right in the bottom corner. Pandey, I don't think he's probably getting to that. Well, he might watch a replay, but I believe a foul was given the way of the visitors just before it did happen here. But Rangers do look a little bit... just off the boil at the moment. Foul there. Is that against Neil? I think that's a really soft one watching it back. But I mean, Neil does what he has to do, gets his body in the way and then he's brought down. We see him given all the time, doesn't mean I don't think it's soft. Romans then wins a free kick on the left-hand side, and you're spot on, Nathan. At the moment, it's a Horse that really, if you are Rangers, probably until I pass over to you in about 7 or 8 minutes time, they almost need to just weather this storm and not concede a second until then, give or take.
Yeah, definitely, because I mean that was some finish. Like, he's going to be gutted that referee's whistle blew, because what a finish, instep of the left foot into that bottom left corner. Granted the keeper didn't even dive for it, but nonetheless a brilliant finish, it has to be said. But yeah, Dan Neil, another man we're used to seeing at Ipswich and former Sunderland, of course, so he's always done that, and it's savvy. It's not pretty. He's using his body, and there's enough of a touch there to warrant a foul. Maybe not in the World Cup. They were a little more strict on them sort of things, but yeah, there's enough of a touch there to deem it a foul. So Referee gives that one. Would it have gone in if it was still legal and playing on? Who knows? We'll never know. But home side coming again.
Yeah, down the left-hand side with Montoya. I'm sure he wants to get some positive talk going after that own goal with inside 4 minutes. Plays it short to Constant to Poulos. To the left-hand side to Schmidt's a lovely ball out to the winger, actually. 1-on-1 against McCrory, but he will decide to go back. And it was a lovely ball, but it's poor play from Schmidt because it's out of play for an offside. They're the frustrating ones out there when he's looking down the byline. I mean, actually, it's a lot closer. He's on the left-hand side. Romans, he might have just been keeping him on, so I won't give him as much grief as I was originally going to. But it was a close one, and I'm sure the boss will be thinking he should have done a bit better there. Rangers do have the ball as we're just about to hit 19 minutes on the clock. It's an unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary of all the action from this Europa League qualifier. First leg in Białystok, Poland, at the Charlton Arena. It is Jagiellonia 1, Rangers 1. An early own goal against the home side, giving Rangers the lead. Lovely play down the left. 1-2 Diamande into Romans. It was a lovely ball, fizzed into the 6-yard box. And then Guilherme Montoya with the own goal. Nothing could really do about it. Outstretched right leg and into the back of the net. 10 minutes later or so, about the 14th, 13th minute. Balling on the left-hand side from Kajetan Schmidt all the way through. Maybe taking a slight deflection off of Fernandez or possibly Chukwueze, but did end up in the back of the Rangers goal. So it is one apiece between the two sides as Rangers do just start to get a little bit of control. And they have the ball on the right-hand side with Diamande. Back to Neil. And all the way back to Fernandez, actually, who swings it quickly to the left-hand side to Romans. Fizzed it into the feet of Asgard. That's not a great pass, but the attack will still continue. Neil, he's got McCrory to his right-hand side. He should use him into Asgard. You can see what it was there, but McCrory now has vacated a lot of space. Rangers have vacated a lot of space. Here they come down the right-hand side with Conceição further wide to the right. Ball pulled back in opportunity. Great save by Pander, but on the rebound, it is put in by Schmidt. Well, Rangers had gone forward, and talk about picking your moment, because if that pass from Neil is to the right-hand side to McCrory, they've got exactly the same situation, an opportunity inside the right-hand side that Jagiellonia just had, but instead they're hit on the counter. 1-0 to Rangers inside 4 minutes. Will turn around inside 15 to 16 minutes as a great counter-attack. That ball is pulled back to perfection. There's a slip in the box from Fernandez. It's a great finish, a great strike on the first time strike. Just watching it back, yes, Prelec is onside on that right-hand side. It's a great strike, world-class finish. Then McCrory, he's ball-watching. He let Schmidt come in, it's a tap-in. I've got to feel for Pander. But after Rangers, they couldn't have had a better start. 1-0 inside 4 minutes. Now 21 minutes on the clock. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1.
Taking nothing away from the host, but you're looking at that Rangers back line, and if you're going to put a 30-centimetre ruler against that screen, not one player's in line with each other. They're all over the shot. Of course, the slip granted as the ball went in behind Fernandez. But Pandora himself, not a brilliant starting position. Remind me of Pickford at the World Cup for a couple of the goals. I think it was against Congo. A poor starting position, the one against Argentina, I remember as well, for Fernandez. But he's over on that left-hand post. He comes across. The shot isn't in the corner, but he's leant across to his right. It's a decent first save, but he's palmed it right back into the day. Can he palm that away like you're taught to do, away from danger? Maybe I'm being hypocritical, but the defence for me, coming forward, Rangers are great. It looks very attractive, high intensity. It's very good, but defensively, it does not fill me with confidence, and they were all over the place there. The first goal, granted, it was a loose ball in, but it wasn't dealt with. That's the criticism before it hit the back of the net. I'm just going to check, because I'm just getting word that it may have been an own goal for their goal as well. Yeah, it may have just gone down as a Fernandez own goal in the end. So it might not be a brace for Schmidt in the end, which he probably doesn't know just yet. But he has got himself on the score sheet now.
Imagine it's one of them, isn't it, that it's going on target, but it's not a shot, so that's where it's a little bit up in the air. But I agree with every single thing you just said about defensively and about Pander. I think it's one of them, isn't it, that as a goalkeeper, you probably say, yes, I could have done better, but my defenders could have definitely helped me out there. They've got defending to do there once again. Fernandez will just clear it away. And while I said that Rangers need to ensure they don't concede before I pass it over to you, Nathan, that was in the 18th minute, 17th minute. Well, I'm just about to pass over to you, and they have conceded. It is 2-1. Great start with that piece of play down the left with Diamandi into Roman. Yes, it was an own goal from Montoya, but they were playing some good football, it has to be said. Here come the hosts. Ball in from the right-hand side. McCrory deals with it in the end. Chukwueze nods it forward to the right-hand side. Well held up by Yokota. Wins a free kick for Derek McInnes' side. And there is a great pace to this game, and that is what I definitely will say. It's been an enjoyable opening 23.5 minutes, and again, something that I'm sure a lot of us, myself and my colleagues, are trying to find that balance of as we pass halfway through to the co-coms we're on with. Well, at the World Cup we had a hydration break to find a good time to pass over to, so now I'm trying to, as Rangers come forward, that's going to be a foul by Chimiti inside the penalty area, free kick for Jagiellonia inside, basically in a goal kick position. So that seems like a good time to pass over. Rangers were 1-0 up early on, but now they are 2-1 down with it all to do, seemingly. The hosts have fought back fantastically so far, but it's Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1, unofficial, independent, off-tube studio commentary of all the action. And I shouldn't have gone too soon because it looks like there actually is a hydration break. It looks like it's about 30 degrees. I will say it is some hot conditions. These are the ones that even during the World Cup we said, well, I can't blame sides for having hydration breaks, especially this early on in the season when maybe you're not up to full fitness. So you won't miss anything. It is 2-1 to the host. Hydration break coming up, so there is a little bit of a stoppage, but I will pass it over to Nathan to take us through to half-time.
Thanks, Raf. Did they have hydration breaks in the SPL at the weekend?
No, they didn't.
No, so, well, they don't see sun in Scotland,
well,
do they? So.
The Fringe game was Friday night, for example, wasn't it? But I get what you mean. Yeah. It's not always 30 degrees in Edinburgh.
I'm just thinking ahead to the Premier League, and when they welcome the AFL as well, are they going to have hydration breaks in it? Not sure. Maybe it's because it's, like you say, it's hot out in Poland, so, like you say, 30-degree weather. A lot of instructions. Derek McInnes as well, saying a lot to his team. He'll have a lot to say after such a brilliant positive start for Rangers. The team in blue, they've now swiveled it round Jagiellonia. Let's have a look at this cross for their first. No, I think that is going wide. Oh, it's hard to tell. It is very, very hard. It's close. I wouldn't like to be the person in charge of deciding whether that was going on target or not. But it was a soft one to give away. That's what we can decide. And then the second one, defence all over the place, and Pandora put it back into the dangerous area for Schmidt to follow in and tap it in to make it 2-1. So turn the game on the head, the Poland team. What a fantastic stadium, by the way. Absolutely brilliant. The Shorten Arena where Jagiellonia play. It's absolutely beautiful. It reminds me a little bit of Benfica, who we are covering later. It's a bit of a smaller version of that. It's a very gorgeous stadium.
Yeah, it is. The trees at the outside. You can imagine that it almost feels like it is on its own little thing, isn't it? That you come out of the wilderness and there's this massive stadium in front of you. Just what I will quickly say before we do go back to live action, we're just about to kick back off. That second goal, McCrory is out of position, but I also feel from because he, very much like Sterling in the first game of Friday night, he's their right-hand side. So he's got to get back. So he's out of position, but also go, well, he was almost a right winger about 20 seconds ago. So he's one of them where I do want to give a bit of stick to him, but also go, well, Derek McInnes, you can't ask someone to just, unless you're playing with wing backs, but then you have 3 centre backs, don't you? It's hard to ask someone to play right back and right winger at the same time.
Yeah, of course, McCrory, another one we're so used to seeing in the English football in Bristol City colours in the Redbirds. He's jumped ship to Rangers in the summer. Not to a great start. Ball over to the near side. It's going to be overhit in the end, looking for Imaz, I believe, the number 11. Far too much on it. It's going to go out for a goal kick. 27 on the clock. Unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary. Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Europa League qualifying semi-final first leg before Jagiellonia make the trip to Scotland and to Ibrox next week. Pandur over to the far side, exiting out the right-hand side of his own box. Fernandez just going to clip it forward. That's a good ball and a good touch by Chimiti. He's just going to lay it to the far side to Yokota. And all the way back it goes to Sterling. And all the way into Pandur. Needs to be quick on it. And the all-purple, or lilac if you were being pedantic with it. And down the line it goes. Asgard trying to go around the corner. They've won a throw-in on halfway near side. I must say that Jagiellonia kit, it's the most rugby league kit I've ever seen in football in my life. That is anyone listening, have a search of their kit for this season. It looks so rugby-like. I can't believe it. The red and yellow hoops with the sponsors all over the abdomen. Looks very rugby-esque, but well, it's going well so far for the Asgard. Left side of the box, the number 11 onto the right foot. Can't get a cross in. It's going to lay it back to edges. Jagiellonia. Over it goes. Dan Neil. He'll just keep the clock ticking. And they move it to Yokota. And now McCrory. It's going into the centre circle now. Rangers keeping a hold. But they are trailing in this game. They were leading, and now they're trailing. Asgard, back it goes to halfway. Into the centre of the pitch. With Dujon Sterling too much on it. It's going to go out, and it's going to be a goal. And this is just maybe a bit what you worry about for Rangers now. Started very well, and then almost a gut punch so quickly to concede 2 goals, and now you're trailing. Not physically, but also mentally. So hard to pick yourselves back up.
100%, and as you say, it's so early. I think the big thing is, if we're being honest, we always speak about this in two-legged affairs. Realistically, if this finished 2-1, I don't think that's the worst result in the world to take back to Ibrox, because as long as you win, I know that takes some extra time, but you just say, I think Rangers would say, we can win by 2 goals at home. I'm sure we can do that. But it's as you say, that we were 1-0 up, and then by 15 minutes later, we were 2-1. That's what would be disappointing. They've lost the ball in the middle, and here comes the horse again. Yeah, it's that man Schmidt again, who's causing all sorts of problems on that left side, the number 7. Just going to go backwards. If they're taking too long on the ball, they have. Dan Neil's won it back. He's been pulled down. Referee's going to play advantage, the Montenegro referee. Zipped into the centre of the pitch to Asgard. First touch is good, and his second's not too bad either. It's going to go to the far side this time. Chance to get forward for Rangers. Asgard to the near side. That's a poor ball this time. Given away and picked off by Conceição in the centre of the pitch. Half an hour on the clock. The Polish home side lead 2-1. They have it on this near side. Konstantopoulos just going to go back to Abramovich in goal. Just takes a bit of a risk with Chimiti keeping him honest, but not done too bad. And over to the near side. And that's not too bad play. Wojtuszek on the near side. That's overhit. That'll be a Rangers throw-in. Near side. Romans will take. A lot to say, and very animated is Derek McInnes, and you can understand why. I mean, for your first 2 games in charge of Rangers, to draw and then lose, it's not a brilliant start, it has to be said. That's a good sliding challenge going in. Romans, he wants that 1-2 again, doesn't get it. Going to come forward. That's surely a clip on the Rangers number 10, but advantage played. Romans going to put another decent ball in the box. No one there. It's not been clear though. It's gone out to the edge of the box. Going to be laid to the right hand side. Chance of ball in. It's clipped to the back post. Heads go up, and it's a defensive one. And there's going to be a push, and that'll relieve all the pressure. Konstantopoulos toppled over in the box. Did very well, very brave as well. Went up for the head and pushed. We'll have a look at the teasing searcher of a ball in. Yeah, there's a push going in. That'll be a free kick to the home side, just relieving all the pressure. Chukwuani in there as well, just supporting Chimiti in the heading department. But a free kick for Konstantopoulos to take. But when Rangers do get it going, they do look fairly attractive going forward. Oh, 100%. They're playing some good football, but you point out very early on that it's a defence. That's going to be the problem. And I mean, I do feel for them, because they're basically playing. Yes, McCrory is a right back. He played a lot as a wing back for Bristol City over the last few seasons, realistically. So he's more used to being that attacking third, getting back, but having that supporting player behind him. Sterling, he is more of a right winger to me than a right centre back. Nevertheless, a right back. So they are playing with a bit of defensive injuries, or maybe that's what Derek McInnes wants to play. He wants to play this quite out there football, and I like to see it. But I think what you've got to do is this 4-2-3-1. A lot of teams play 4-2-3-1, and the full-backs fly forward, but the defensive midfielders almost go right. So my right back's gone forward, that defensive midfielder goes out there, and the left back's gone forward. That's what happens usually. The defensive midfielders are playing as central midfielders, so then it's the 2 centre backs are on their own little island. That's the problem so far. And look, if you put 4 past your opponent, it doesn't really matter. But when you've already conceded 2 inside 20 minutes, if they'd gone and scored 2 inside 15, you go right. Then you sit back and control a bit more.
Yeah.
But when it's only 1-0, you need to be a bit more clinical in the final third.
And they're going to try to be now, because they've got a throw in very deep near side towards the corner flag. Chukwuani again, very, very busy down on the near side. It may actually be a free kick against Konstantopoulos. We're just getting Lawrence Shanklin, the former Hearts man, of course. Heartbreak on the final day for Hearts away at Celtic couldn't clinch the SPL, but the number 7's made the transfer over very early in the summer to Rangers, now number 7. Club captain, I've been told as well, Lawrence Shanklin, but only makes the bench this evening. Did he play against Dundee on Friday?
Started, yes.
Started. Did he score?
He didn't set up Asgard's goal, but he was a part of it. There was a bouncing ball and it was headed by Forbes, but if it wasn't for Shanklin putting the defender under a lot of pressure, I think it's one of them where, if I'm quite honest, what Shanklin is to me is old school target forward that he can link up play, but he needs runners in behind him. The one thing Rangers quite lack is runners in behind.
Agreed, absolutely. That's a late challenge by Chukwuani. 2 fouls in successive minutes. And that's a bit of a nasty one. The studs were up against the ankle, and he's receiving a yellow card, and now the recipient's receiving treatment. He's on his back, and he's in a fair deal of pain, and you can very much understand why. It was a late one coming in. 34 on the clock, we're about 11 from the break. I'm just watching you on your computer, looking at the Catalan Dragons jersey. That very much does reflect what we're seeing in front of us. That sort of, that red and yellow. It's a very good show. Yeah,
there's I'm sure there's an NRL team in Australia that have a very similar kit. Ben Tamayafuna, rugby union player, he is a big prop. I've definitely seen him in a kit very similar to this. Once you said that, definitely sparked my interest just to have a quick Google of some rugby union kits, because you're right, it's very similar to it. The red and yellow stripes and the hoop
socks.
Yes, it very much is that. It does remind me of that. If you were to show that jersey to someone, you wouldn't necessarily say it's a football jersey, would you?
No, I don't think so. It was Wojciech, the right back, number 15, and that was down. He's up now. We're fine. We've just got back underway. You haven't missed any action. Konstantopoulos, just top right corner of his own area presently at standstill. He's not being closed down, so he's just stood with the ball, and no one seems interested in closing him down currently. Just stood on the ball. The home side, the home fans, I should say, in fine voice. A lot of topless fans out there. It is very warm. Long ball to the near side. That's very, very poor. Rangers throw in on halfway. That'll be Romans to take. He zips it in quickly into Fernandez. We covered the World Cup, and I tell you what, it almost felt like we never broke for the summer, did it? Never felt like we went on holiday after the World Cup when we were straight back underway with the Europe. It was Champions League firstly, wasn't it? Now we're on the Europa League trail. It just feels like we never stopped. And just looking at a few players out there, we covered a game. Please don't quote me who it was. I'm sure there was a British side in it, but we saw Arnautovic. We saw him play in Los Angeles, I'm not even kidding, about a week and a half before he was out there, and he came off the bench and played. Not just us commentating, but then players out there playing. Barely any time back. You talked about match fitness. They're going to be knackered, these players.
I think they're already I think there's a lot of footballers going to have eyes on next summer, where there's actually no tournament.
Yes.
As far as I know, there's no Euros, no Copa America, no Club World Cup, no Confederations Cup that used to be.
Yeah.
I think for the first time in a good 4 or 5 years there'll be a summer with no football, which I'm sure that is. I'm not saying they'll be looking for 12 months time and going, I can't wait for a holiday, but I think there'll be a part of it's going to be a grind this season, and then you're going to get your time off next year. Yeah, it felt that even though we love to see football come rapidly, for the players, I think you will see a bit of drop of quality, if I'm being quite honest. I know that, for example, Real Madrid gave Vinicius Jr. a bit more time off than usual. That's a poor back pass. Here come the hosts in search of a third.
They're on the right-hand side and a lot of work to do. Conceição's in the box. He's going to shoot. Oh, he's got it all wrong. It's hit the side netting. We're right behind it with the angle on the telly, and he's just cut across it and sliced it. He had a man over the far side. I think the shot was probably the right option, because he was never really closed down. It all came from a poor back pass from the defence as well. And there's one man back. It's all a mess at the back for Rangers, the Scottish side. 2 men at the back post. He decided to go, is that the right option? There was a man at the back, a bit of a poor one. It'd have been a tough one to try and find at the back post. There was a man in between, so credit to Fernandez to put him in 2 minds, but he's got that all wrong. What a chance.
I think for me personally, the problem is he never makes his mind up, and then as soon as Fernandez moves, I think he just panics a little bit that, I'm now going to take a shot. If he's going to either take the shot, he needs to take it before Fernandez moves, so there's no one really in front of him, or if he thinks, I'm going to wait for Fernandez to move, then I'll play the ball across first goal, because I think, as you said, Fernandez defended it as well as he could, But if the midfielder made his mind up, as soon as Fernandes moved, that's when you can roll that ball into the 6-yard box and basically ask the question of your teammates, can you get on the end of it? But as soon as Fernandes moves, the shot becomes a lot more awkward, doesn't it, because of how you've got to shoot it. So I just think that was poor decision-making there in the forward areas, but it was poor decision-making from Rangers to let that attack even come forth.
Yeah, agreed. Absolutely. Just all over the place defensively. The team in blue, a long ball forward. There's only one man back, and he's just about dealt with it in the end. It was very well done at the back, all the way back to Pandur, who's not really touched the ball apart from then. The other times it's getting the ball out of his own net twice. Asgard, that's nice feet by the apparent goal scorer from Friday night, I'm being told correctly.
It was a very good goal.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. He's a very good player. As it's over to the far side on halfway, and here comes McCrory, the number 2. Down the line it goes. Yokota down the line as well. There's going to be a ball in low. It's Chukwuani trying to make something happen. What an unbelievable slide that is at the back by Kobayashi. Scissoring with the left foot across his man. Had to get it right, and he got it absolutely perfectly. It's an absolutely brilliant slide. Let's have another look at it. McCrory put it across low. There was a touch by Chukwuani. Just took it away from goal. But the recovery... Oh, that's an unbelievable tackle. Absolutely brilliant.
And he's done well there to not go over the ball. I think if he goes over the ball, might be in a penalty
Trouble.
as well. Very much trouble, you're right. But because he almost gets his thigh on the ball, then his legs go through as well. It's a perfectly timed tackle. Rangers picking up a bit of momentum here, though.
Yeah, ball in the box flat, hit the first man. Should have been better. And they're going to just about get this one clear with Montoya, the scorer of the own goal. It's a misplaced pass. 5 minutes to go till the break, and it just feel like at the minute we're in a bit of a... I don't know, maybe not a standstill, maybe that's overexertion, just a bit of a dullness, bit of a null at the minute. Both teams just sitting on what's been a very hectic start to the first half.
No, I think it's we spoke about the pace, didn't we, the opening 15 minutes, 20 minutes. You can't keep it up for 90 minutes, can you? So that's always a problem. But Rangers now with McCrory on the right, swings the ball in.
It's a low and flat one, a bit of an interesting ball. He cut through it and dipped. You'd more look for a bit of curl and a bit of an angle on it. Not going to be able to do that in the end, and they've cleared their lines. Rangers have it on halfway, over on the far side with what I believe to be Fernandes, Dujon Sterling, over to Diamande, who's just slightly dropping deep, the number 10, to pick up the ball, zips it to the near side to that man Romans. He's just going backwards, centrally to Dan Neil. May just cut through the ball he has. Long ball. Doesn't look too bad, actually. Headed backwards. And I tell you what, I'm going to criticise Yokota there. He needs to be more aware of what's going to come. He needs to anticipate that ball's going to get headed down. And he needs to be first to that ball. And he's on the flat foot. When the ball gets headed back, he stood still watching.
But that's McCrory does as well as he can there. He just...
Yes.
It's a lovely pick out from Real, but it's a little bit too floated, isn't it? But I think you're spot on there. McCrory does so well. Yokota's almost got to... As that ball comes in, you keep following it in and follow it in. And if it's... You'd rather it be behind you than you're not ready to get on the end of it, because at least you've made that run. And if he's just a bit more alert to that situation, it's not a tapping, but he's getting a shot away, isn't it? On target, blocked, I'm not too sure. But this is much better from Rangers. I think on that right-hand side, they're really connecting well, aren't they, with McCrory getting forward. And as soon as I'm about to praise Yokota, he does bring his man down there. And I think to a degree, lucky to maybe escape getting away with a yellow card.
Bit of a nasty one, that, wasn't it? It has to be said. Of course, Kobayashi's slide on Yokota was Japanese against Japanese over on that far side battle. But that time, Yokota, like you say, it's a rash one, and I think you're absolutely right. I think he's a lucky chap not to be in the referee's notebook. 3 to go till the break. Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1 in this game. It was a frantic start to the first half. In the Conference League, we're still looking... Finish side HJK against Motherwell. It's still 0-0. At the minute, of course, Motherwell with that brilliant 3 points in the opener away at Hibs. No goals to show for it just there, but it's a two-legged affair, so they'll be fairly happy with where they sit currently. Maybe not as exciting game they're having compared to us on our service. If you're listening, you're probably choosing the correct match. Busy man with Romans again. Needs to be careful. He's been a bit mouthy to the referee, and he's, of course, on that yellow card. It's going to be a throw in near side for Wojciech into the edge of the box. He returns it. Chance to cross. He's delayed it. Goes backwards. Shot's going to come in with the left foot. Deflects. Good save by Pandur because it got the nick, and the deflection is going to go out to Wojciech once again. trying to play it forwards. It's misplaced. Is there a pull on his man? There is. It's going to be a Rangers free kick deep in their own half. Bit of a pull down on that man, Jagiellonia. Just seems to be everywhere for Rangers in this first half. A pull on the right shoulder, not a lot, but enough. And that will be a free kick. I just think if Rangers a bit more assured at the back, they'd have a lot more joy. And I've just been very, very unconvinced by that backline. It's almost like it's 4 strangers being thrown in, and it's a foreign affair, and they have absolutely no idea, and they've never played together. There just seems to be zero chemistry between the 4.
I think that's the problem, and again, as you rightfully said, pre-season, just getting the kinks out of the side. But I do look at it, and sometimes you're putting a bit too much on the players, because look how attacking they are. And I think when you do see sides who play like this, it's sides with like 70% possession who, yes, they might get counted on a handful of times in the game, but Rangers are going to get counted on a lot because of how they are attacking. Teams play this way because they are happy to go back if they pass it in there, whereas Rangers, credit to them, want to play that pass that they did there, but now look how much space the hosts have coming forward.
Yeah, far side, and McCrory's committed. And he's just about recovered back as the winger was taken out. He's put him on the deck, Schmidt. He's absolutely brilliant. Oh, and he's let himself down with the left-footed cross, right-footed on that inverted left. He went with the weaker, and it's so-called weaker, and it's absolutely right. He's scuffed that and absolutely shanked it. We're not going to get a... Well, we're going to get a replay of the deflected effort. But the cross, he did everything right. Jinked one way and the next, put McCrory on the floor. It was brilliant play. Everything but the cross.
It was, I think, like using the confidence, I really like how the home side just responded. I think they almost went, yeah, it's 4 minutes in, we've conceded, okay, it's an own goal as well. Just defensively, Rangers, Jagger, when they come forward, I like them. When the defender, I like them. Rangers, when they come forward, I like them. When they go back, you just feel they're there to be got at, don't you? To Derek McInnes's side, you feel again. It's almost that it reminds me of the old Galactico Real Madrid formula. Well, we'll concede 5, but we'll score 6. But they're not going to score 6 at this rate. But here they come looking to end the half on the high.
Yeah, we're just ticking over 45, and Yokota has it. 3 added on the board. Another very small board for the 4th official. We've had that predominantly over the UEFA qualification. It's almost like an iPad, that board. I'm trying to think of what it's called. The 4th official's board. Is it just called the 4th official's board? I can't remember what you call it. Romans wins it back, plays it inside. Asgard thought about the shot, flicks it inside Jagiellonia. And Diamande centrally now, moving it across to Yokota. Edging forward, Yokota balling with the left foot, too much on it. It's going to be a goal kick in the end. Looking for Chimiti, who's been since a very busy start to the first half. It's gone very, very quiet. Looks very isolated now, which is worrying.
Yeah, and you're a striker. You need your teammates to set you up, don't you? There's only so much running you can do with the channels and getting yourself about that you can do. I thought you could have even played that to McCrory on the right hand side, Yokota as well, to maybe stretch the pitch a little bit, but. Yeah, Derek McInnes's side, I think it'll be a big half-time team talk. I mean, at the same time, to be quite honest, he had that against Dundee United as well. Big opportunity there, past the left-hand side, should have come, and Rangers. I just feel if Jagger had better final delivery in the final third, Rangers could have conceded a lot more chances at the minimum.
Yeah, but better team sounds harsh, but more quality in that team, and they're getting torn apart, Rangers. Unfortunately, so much space at the back, and they're coming again on the near side. Here they come. Conceição trying to zip it across. Dan Neal's there to flick it away. Diamande on the 180 spin. That's been read too easily. And there's a ball into the box. It's a bit of a searcher, and it's been cleared by Fernandez into the Jaga half. He's been won back. He's won in a free kick. There was a bit of a push, but nothing given. Shot's going to come in from range. Pandur with a savvy save, and it will be cleared out by McCrory, who needed to make it. This time pushes it away from goal. And it will be a throw-in on the far side, a shot from range, and the former Hull City keeper. It was a brilliant spread on that right-hand side.
I mean, I think Diamande wants a free kick. I'm happy the referee didn't give that because he was looking for it, wasn't it? And I think the fullback there is, you know what? They're cutting off me passing lanes. Let me go for a striker goal. And it was a great strike because they caught it so well. And basically, that's what if Pandur and McCrory would have done that for the second goal, it would have been a better save by Pandur, and McCrory could have cleared it. It'd been 1-1 right now, wouldn't it? So they both almost give each other a thumbs up, didn't they, and said, right, that's what we need to do from now on. We made that one mistake. We won't do it again, though.
Yeah, absolutely. The referee's just fouled a player. I'm wondering what he's going to give here, because he got in the way of Asgard doing the pass, and then when Schmidt's going to make the foul, he's got in his way. So trying to make twos of what exactly he's going to give here, because he's he's done both. He stopped the pass and he's tackled the player trying to make the tackle. He's probably going to give this a drop ball to Asgard, but I think if it was classic Sunday League, he'd probably do a drop ball between the two. You never see that anymore. Do you remember that famous Wayne Rooney drop ball
Against Hull?
Yeah, against Hull, who we've mentioned, where he absolutely clattered it. I think that's for safety reasons they've stopped doing that, because it's very vicious, isn't it? And the referee's not happy with something, because I think he is trying to drop the ball to Asgard.
I think he is. I think it's just unlucky, because I do think it should go the way of Rangers if you're looking at who it should. But Lozano also, you can feel that he's a little bit. How it's happening. I don't think the referee knows what he is doing. I don't think he knows what he's given.
Just blow for half time.
Yeah, well, we played 3 minutes, you're spot on. Just get to half time. I think Derek McInnes will take half time as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Dan Neal's having a word, the fill-in skipper for this evening for Rangers. But a drop ball for the home side, Jagiellonia, and he's played it to the far side. And then he's blown for half time, I believe. Has he blown for half time? Well, he's blown. I'm trying to say exactly what he's given here. It's become a bit of a mess here. The referee's actually had a good first half, but he's wanted to retake the drop ball. So we're getting an extra minute on top of the 3 we had. It's over on the near side with the home team. That's an underhit pass, and that's an overhit touch over to the near side, and they'll keep hold of it. Dujon Sterling couldn't collect. Has been given as a free kick. I'm not quite sure. He's not happy with something, but it's over to the far side to Montoya. And the referee's blown for half-time. A brilliant start to the first half for Rangers, but cancelled out with 2 bits of poor defending. Schmidt with a cross, and then he's lapped up to tap home from close range. At half-time, it's Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1.
Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well. Inside 5 minutes had the lead. Romans' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pandey was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jaga lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well. Inside 5 minutes had the lead. Romans' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pandey was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jaga lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well. Inside 5 minutes had the lead. Romans' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pandey was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jaga lead 2-1. Half half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pandey was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pandey was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pandey was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pandey was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pandey was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pandey was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pandey was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pandey was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pandey was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pandey was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Romains' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Palmer was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Romains' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Palmer was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Romains' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Palmer was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Romains' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Palmer was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Romains' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Palmer was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Romains' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Palmer was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Romains' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Palmer was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Romains' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Palmer was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Romains' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Palmer was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Romains' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Palmer was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pounder was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pounder was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pounder was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pounder was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pounder was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pounder was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pounder was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pounder was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Derek McInnes' side started also well inside 5 minutes, had the lead. Robbins' cross was turned into his own goal by Montoya, but 2 quick-fire goals. The ball on the left-hand side from Schmidt found the bottom corner, maybe a flick off Fernandez, 1 apiece, and then a mistake, a rebound, save from Pounder was put in by Schmidt. Half-time, Jager lead 2-1. Half-time in the first leg of this Europa League qualification round 3 from Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2. And it is a warm welcome back to this evening's unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary of all the action from the Chorten Arena in Białystok, Poland, as Jagiellonia, the hosts, take on Rangers this evening. It is 2-1 to Jaga, although Rangers did take the lead. Great play down the left-hand side between Diamande and the now yellow-carded Romans. The left-back fizzed a great ball into the 6-yard box, took a deflection off of Guilherme Montoya. Ended up in the back of his own net. But 2 goals inside 8 minutes for the host. Ball on the left-hand side. Etienne Schmidt with a lovely curling effort in. It was meant as a cross, not a strike. But had taken a slight deflection off Fernandez. Ended up in the back of the Rangers net regardless. And Jaga had their equaliser. Then they had the lead around the 23rd minute mark. Great counter-attack on the right-hand side. Prelec put a great ball in. Aimaz, with not the cleanest of strikes, was saved well by Pandeur. But critically, he did save it back into a dangerous area, and it was tapped home by Schmidt to make it 2-1. Since then, it's been quite an even game. There was a frantic pace, it has to be said, in the opening 20, 25, 30 minutes, even pushing that. In the final 15, though, it did just cool and calm down a little bit. But a warm welcome if you are joining us. Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Lovely play by the host down the right-hand side. Prelec, can he find a ball into the box? He's got the better of his defender. Fernandez, does he bring him down? It was a bit clumsy and a bit of a coming together. The referee this evening, Nikola Dabanovic, says no penalty to that. I'd love to see a replay of it. It's VAR, so they will have a look. It was one of them where it was just a bit of, I think it was clumsy from Fernandez. I'm not saying that it's a penalty, but maybe a bit of coming together, maybe those legs just getting caught together as well. Prelec is still down inside the penalty area, and the ball does go to play for a throw-in, so play will stop, and the referee will go over to the Jaga winger. 99 on his back, as I said, he put that great ball in, where Aimaz just scuffed his shot. Panda, yes, good save, but rebounded it back into a dangerous area, tapped home, and Rangers will have a lot to do in this second half. Just watch a replay back. It's past Fernandez. He maybe leaves his leg in for Fernandez to trail over. It's a bit of an awkward one, I do have to say. There were 3 changes at half-time, all the way of Rangers. Yokota, Neil and Chukwani have made way. Devlin Curtis and Nicholas Raskin are on the field of play. Myself and McCombs were speaking about players not being given enough time, realistically, in terms of with the World Cup. Well, for example, you look at Tello Asgard. I know he didn't play as many minutes as Raskin, but he was doing the travelling with Norway. His last game was on July 11th against England, and then he played the full 90 against Dundee. That was only 20 days difference. Raskin, when you look at him, and again, he didn't play, for example, he did play 8 to 9 minutes against USA, 90 minutes against Spain. He played against Spain on July the 10th, and he played 90 minutes as well against Spain. So to be back within less than 3 weeks, just over 3 weeks, give or take, he is along the legs, as we spoke about in the first half. If you are joining us, you're not missing anything. We are just back underway after Prelec did pick up a bit of a knock. It's unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary. Jaga against Rangers. It's myself, Lewis Raftery, joined by Nathan Wastel. It's one of them where we know how great Raskin is as a player, but when you come back under, it's almost you'll lose fitness for 2 weeks, won't you? And then you've got to get right back in the groove of it. Your body just doesn't get the rest it needs, so you're almost in that, I can imagine, not full fit but not fit enough for the next few weeks. And then I think come Christmas there might be a lot of bodies that start to fail the elite players.
Yeah, and it's a long old season, especially starting this early with the European qualifications. As football fans, as football commentators, we judge what we see on the pitch. We don't know how they feel, what they look like. You know, only the player knows how they feel, and the manager obviously has an inkling if the player tells them, and the coaches and whatnot. But you know, we judge what we see on that pitch, and yeah, it's going to get long, especially when if you're not at the highest level, let's say the Premier League, Bundesliga, so on and so forth. It's going to get tough for them teams with all them games.
It is. It's always going to be a problem, really, isn't it? So they are on. So quickly the full lineup. So as Rangers do give up a throw-in inside the Jaga half, and it's booted away as far back as Sterling. Bit of head tennis in the Jaga half to the left-hand side. Nice ball from Lozano out to the left-hand side. Schmidt just a little bit behind him, so he has to hold it up, and the host do still come over the ball. Is he brought down there by McCrory? Yes, he is. foul the way of the host, and we'll get a free kick just inside their own half. Now with the armband is Raskin as well. So quickly, the 4 lineups, a man who we haven't mentioned too much. Abramovic is in goal for the host. Back four of Wojciech, central defenders of Kobashi and Konstantopoulos, with Montoya at left back. Midfield three of Conceição, Romanchuk and Lozano. Forward three of Schmidt, Aymaz and Prelek. With, let's look at the Rangers side as it is just at back with the feet of Abramovic. The Jager goalkeeper does just slow it down for just a moment. The Rangers are pressing really high. They're not pressing the goalkeeper, they're not cutting out those passing lanes. Jager played fantastically through them. Is that a foul by Fernandez? No, says the referee. So he's just going to let the play continue and see it out. As Rangers, do they pick up the ball there? No, they don't. That's a good tackle by Romans. Ball fizzed into the feet of Fernandez. Put on a bit of pressure there by Schmidt. He does come away with the ball in the end. This is much better control, you'd have to say, from Rangers. Lovely ball returned by Romans, but it's well intercepted by Konstantopoulos. He's got to play for Rangers for him. Yes, he does. So quickly it is Pandeur in the Rangers goal. Back forward Sterling, McCrory, Fernandez and a yellow card in Romans. With now a midfield two, you have to say, of Raskin and Devlin, with a free in behind Chimiti of Diamande, Asgard and Curtis. Left hand side with Romans. Again, I did cover the game, as Nathan said, on Friday evening. I thought the only thing that was missing from his game is his quality of delivery, because we know how much quality the fullback does have, so it's always a disappointment when you don't always see that come to fruition. Some pictures out of Derek McInnes, of course, a former Hearts boss, now of course in charge of the Gears. We'll be hoping for a turnaround in the second half, of course, as well. It's a big, really week now for Rangers, as Nathan spoke about in the first half. Their first home game Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. Game you can catch on this service. It is Rangers against Hibs at 4 o'clock. Of course, Hibs are playing at 8 o'clock. I'll be on that game as well. And of course, in a week's time, they will be playing Jagiellonia in the second leg at Ibrox. So a big week coming up. They want to keep their European charge alive and kickstart their season, really. Poor pass at the back. Picked up. Here comes Chimiti. Good tackle. Asgard keeps it alive into McCrory. Counter comes to nothing. Raskin slips as he tries to play that pass. Does get to the feet of Curtis. 1-2 now. Lovely piece of play. Curtis ball into the box. Isn't a good one. And it's nodded away. But that's a good tackle by Devlin. Tries to hook the ball high. Head tennis between the two sides. Raskin comes away with it. Chimiti back to Raskin. Looks to poke it wide to McCrory. It's intercepted. It's getting a bit frantic. And then Chimiti trying to win the ball back. Goes across his man and just pulls him down by the arm. A little bit silly there by the former Everton forward. And trying to find their groove, Rangers. Really frantic start to this second half. And this is no offence to Neil or Chukwuani. Yokota, I thought, ended the first half quite well. And Curtis is a winger, so it's a different kind of thing. With Devlin and Raskin coming on, the quality of ball playing in the midfield has been improved. But at the same time, I think it's the pressing's a bit higher. You can see Rangers are going for it a little bit more, but in a more controlled way. The pressing, but not the pressing as a unit. It seems to be, right, you're going to press, I'm going to press. We'll leave that space in behind, but it's because I know that we might win the ball high up the field. Yeah, and of course, Chukwuani led that. He's so erratic, but he's made way now. Daniel the same. We're just going to get Chimiti here down the near side on the byline. He's giving the ball away, trying to take on two men. And they'll have a throw in near side, Will Jager. But yeah, it's one of them that was quite erratic in the first half. There wasn't shy of fouls. There were players flying in. But at the minute, yeah, Rangers a bit more controlled about it. You know, you see McCrory there. He's the highest man forward. No wonder they're so light at the back in numbers. It's so tough. You credit to him getting forward for McCrory, but you know, you leave so much space in behind that has to be covered, and it's so disorganised that sometimes it isn't. That's the worry for Rangers. They've got to throw in on the near side though, and they'll come forward again. I think it's not the worst thing in the world if they did lose this game by 2-1, but get themselves a goal in the second half. I think it's as you said, isn't it? It's more how they are 2 and down, isn't it? It's 2, and I think you're right, with the away tires. I think as long as you lose by, if you draw or lose by one, isn't a bad result, because you get to play in a week's time as the home side. It's more that you were 1-0 up and then went 2-1 down within a little less than 20 minutes from a throw-in on the left-hand side. Yaga come forward, great play by Fernandes to win the ball, but then his pass is heavy into Devlin, and now the hosts go from left to right. Can he keep it in play? Yes, he can. Can Sao on the right-hand side. He's got a 1-on-1 against Romans. Can he find a ball into the box? It's defended really well by the fullback, and he will win a goal kick. He was trying to drive forward on a possible counter-attack there, but it's well defended by Romans, of course. They're 10 minutes or so into the second half. Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1. Watching it back as well, I don't think it did go out of play. Very close, and Romans would have come away with the ball anyway, so it wasn't like the attack was still on. But I do think that ball just stayed in play. Of course, Devlin, not the only player and, well, person representing Rangers now to move from themselves to Hearts. You've got Shankland, McInnes and Devlin making ways, so a lot going from Hearts to Rangers. It feels as if McInnes, you see it with a lot of managers, don't you? It's players that they know that they want to bring over. I think Devlin and Raskin, that could be a real formidable midfield. Good tackle in the middle, and here come Yaga, forward pass to Imaz. Can he pick out a teammate? Fizzes one to Schmid. Schmidt on the left-hand side, that's poor. I think he almost was in a bit of two minds, because there was the run from Schmidt on the left-hand side, and I want to say it was Prilek making the central run, and I think he just didn't make a decision. He didn't know whether he wanted to go left or he wanted to go centrally, and it's definitely backfired, because that could have been a chance. Well, I'm bringing there for the moment, because here's a chance for Rangers. Curtis has a chance to run at his man, floats a ball in, Schmidt gets there. But he's going to follow up on his own header. Backheels it back into a dangerous area. McCrory nearly gets on the end of it. But now this is once again where there's so much space for Rangers. Fernandes wins that tackle and ball well, but loses it after another heavy touch. And Rangers, so much space. I feel if the hosts really wanted to, and really just almost sat back and counted, my word, Rangers would be in for a real nightmare. And I think you hit the nail on the head in the first half. This is no offence to the former Polish champions. It's just more you sit here and go, my word, if this was a Champions League qualifier, if this was even in the Europa League with how many quality teams are going to be in the Europa League, if you play like this, for us, it's going to be an entertaining and high-scoring game. So from a neutral point of view, I like it. But my word, Rangers are going to concede a lot of goals.
Yeah, you're going to be in bother, that's for sure. They'll get found out even if they get past this test. Obviously they are trailing, but if they got past this test and carried on playing the way they were, they would get found out by a much better team, much more high quality team. That's true. And like you say, there's a depth there, that there's teams that haven't even played in this tournament yet that are probably going to see the final. So there's some very high quality teams that, unfortunately to say, would tear this Rangers team apart to play like this.
Just too wide open once again. Oh, ball forward, can't get the first touch. Fernandes, very nonchalant, goes back to Pandeur, but it's all his goalkeeper short there. Would have been in a lot of danger. He clears his lines as a former Hull City man, of course, both these sides. Rangers and Hull just saying, well, I'll have your goalkeeper and we'll have yours. Of course, Butland making the move to the Tigers now in the Premier League, as they will face Manchester United on opening day. That's another game we'll be covering on this service. What's that, in just over 2 weeks' time? Of course, we've got the EFL Cup for you this weekend. A game tonight, of course, Bristol City and Walsall, 7:45. A game on this service, as that's a poor pass picked up here by Rangers. Coming forward, can they find the pass? Back to Raskin, he's got a chance here. Still cutting inside, he holds it up. Back to the Amande Cat. Strike from Asgard comes in and goes wide of the target there. And the Rangers midfielder just made a real meal of that. That's that high pressing working, isn't it? Because they won it high up the field and did so well. And then he just cut inside and cut inside and cut inside to Devlin. Never coming for anything. Again, for me watching that, it's just that he didn't make his mind up. He didn't know whether he wanted to cut inside and shoot or pass. Just not decisive enough for me.
No, and I think he actually made the right option, but he was slightly behind Raskin, and then he's taken too long on it, and he stood over the ball, and that's allowed two players to get in behind, and then from there he's juiced. So it's one of, that's a poor pass out by the keeper. Evaded in mind. It'll be another Rangers throwing far side. This pressure's going to carry on, but oh yeah, it just just took too long on it, Raskin, but I think the ball intentionally was actually very good by Diamande.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Well, once again, now the Blues are driving themselves backwards. Here come the hosts. Lovely ball into the middle. Can he pick out his teammate? Great interception by Fernandez, and another great tackle coming in there from Sterling. I don't think that's a bad ball from Romashuk at all, but I think it's just one of them where Fernandez has gone, either I've got to go for this ball and win it, or if I don't go for it, he's going to end up with him anyway, so I've got to make that decision, and Fernandez makes a good one. But I know we're just over an hour in here at the Shorten Arena in Białystok, Poland. It is Jagiellonia 2, Rangers 1, unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary. Ball into the box, Curtis just wide. Lovely ball into the box for the substitute. He was stretching to get there because he was trying to get in behind his opponent, but that is a peach of a pass from Nico Raskin there. It actually comes off the defender as well, so that should be a corner for me. Curtis doesn't even appeal for it though, so if I were him, I'd be appealing and asking the referee, because to me that comes off the right back. So I would say it's good defending more than anything there. But as I say, unofficial independent off-tube studio commentary. Europa League round 3 qualifier, first leg between these two sides, and it's the Polish side Jagiellonia who lead 2-1 against Rangers. And although we're 15 minutes in the second half and we haven't had a goal since the 23rd minute, give or take, we might have one now. The lovely ball lofted over the top by Raskin. He's really getting control in this game. Curtis on the left-hand side, cuts inside, goes for a strike, gets over it, falls back for Asgard, edge of the area. Devlin going to go for a curling effort. Keeper has to just put it wide of the mark. He almost, because he thought Devlin was going for the right, the top corner. Devlin's actually curled it to his right, so the keeper's gone left and then has to awkwardly almost backtrack and just tip it over, because it is probably... Well, I think it's definitely hitting the crossbar, but whether it goes in under it, I'm not too sure. Rangers are playing some good stuff, but for me, it's all coming through Raskin.
Yeah, it is, yeah. He's changed it, Nicholas Raskin. He's been fantastic. It wasn't a convincing effort, let's say. He was never going to trouble a goalkeeper, but forced a save, and it's better from it. They're better on the front foot, I can tell you that. When they're up against it, they're poor.
They are very, very poor when they're backtracking because there's no defenders. Ball comes in, goes all the way through. Back to Romans on the left-hand side, who fizzes another one in. And there is a player down. Is the referee going to pause play? I don't think he is. It's not a head injury for Wojciech. So they're not going to pause play, because here come Jagger on the left-hand side, the goal scorer of the second goal. Dinks one into the box just over the head of Imaz, and Romans has to just put it out of play for a corner, because steaming in at the back sticks was Prelic for an opportunity there. Schmidt it's one of them where I think if you probably have a Chimiti in the box, it's actually a beautiful ball in from the left-hand side. So it's a corner for the hosts. Opportunity for them to grab at that 2-goal buffer, score their third and really take it to Rangers, because that's where you would be worried, wouldn't you, if you're Derek McInnes, is if you do lose this evening by 2 or more. There will be Lozano on the right-hand side for an outswinger. Decent delivery in. Chimiti heads it straight back up into the air. Devlin, that's a much better header on his father as Raskin, who does not hit further away. His father was Kabashik. Back to Lozano, who's dropped much deeper to top the corner. He's got back in some very quick time there to have the ball. Montoya, well, he's going to drive through and he's still going down the left-hand flank now. He needs some support. He'll get it in Schmidt. He's going to take on his man, might try and find a ball into the box. He does. Has to be headed away by Romans. He's doing a lot more defending than I think the left back would like in the second half. Romanchuk, nice pass into the middle. 1-2, ball put back into the middle. Sterling, great interception. It's a decent clearance as well to boot. But still, Jagger come forward, flicked out to the right-hand side. Romans, great defending there. Up against Rodrigo Conceição. It's out of play for a goal kick. 65 minutes in, Jagger 2, Rangers 1. Looks like it's going to be a double change as well. Looks like number 21, Sergio Lozano, will be coming off, as well as Rodrigo Conceição. So it's a double change in the middle, if you will. We'll have to wait and see who it is coming on and coming off. But Lozano and Conceição are the first two players to make way. Don't think it'll change the formation too much, you'd have to say. It's been almost that 4-3-3. Quite a classic setup, if you will, from Jagger, but maybe just that what they will think is with fresh legs coming on, that'll keep the tempo high for them, you'd have to say. Looks like Agbenifo is coming on, number 10 for Jaga, and just waiting for confirmation of who is coming on in place of Lozano. So we'll bring you that as soon as we do get it. Just seeing from our broadcasters, Lozano off, and Klange, number 19, is on in his place. As I say, looks to be like for like central midfielders for central midfielders. Of course, Rangers did make those 3 changes at half-time, so they do have 2 to make with 3 blocks, so they can't really mess that one up. Whereas Jaga now, they've made 2 changes out of 5, so they've got 3 left with 2 blocks to make them. And Montoya back to the goalkeeper inside his own 6-yard box, almost on the penalty spot at the moment. Roman Shuk back to Abramowicz. Slows it down to almost a walking pace here. Rangers are pressing without an intensity to it. Lovely long ball forward. Aymars, what hold-up play that is. That's not the first time this evening. Out to the left-hand side to Schmidt. He's got an overlapping run. Instead he cuts inside to the edge of the area. That's a poor pass to the edge of the area there. If he had just played that short, that would have been a great chance for Klinge, the substitute, maybe his first few touches, to even unleash a strike at Pandur goal there. Montoya driving forward centrally, 1-2, he's still got it. Down the right-hand side, trying to poke it to a teammate, he'll put it into the back sticks. Finds Schmidt, can he find a strike? He'll go for one, straight down the throat of Pandur there. Strong save from the goalkeeper, but it was straight at him. Once again though, we've praised Rangers when they go forward, and I think we're rightfully so for that. But defensively, they just look all at sea. Apart from Fernandes, there's no one who's a traditional defender really in that back four.
No, and you can tell there's always an extra man and there's always an extra man free, and here we go again.
Ball back into the box, tapping goes wide. Should have been 3-1 there to the hosts. Jesus Aymars should have been tapping that in. Maybe me saying it's a tapping is a little bit of an exaggeration, but to me it is. It's a cut back on the right hand side. They lose the ball inside their own area. How's that not 3-1?
It should be. It definitely should be. It's one of them that it's coming across your body. He's used his left foot. It's a hard one. He's zipped at him as well. It's very, 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 very hard to take that. He's gone past the post. It's one of them that if Jaga were to lose this tie, and you're looking at the opportunities they had and the openings they've had, they'd kick themselves, because Rangers are here to get out. That's for sure.
That's the problem so far. As we said, if Rangers would have scored 2 or 3 by now, you'd be questioning, going, okay, so you're going to sacrifice your defensive shape for an attacking shape. But unfortunately, they've only put one in the back of the Jaga net, and that was an own goal. Here comes Curtis down the left-hand side, ball into the box for Diamande. Just underneath it, and it floats over the bar. Curtis has been a breath of fresh air since coming on. He's run at his man and attacked his man. This is no offence to Yokota, who he came on for, but I also think he's not a traditional winger, the former Hanover 96 man. I think he's more of a forward. It's just unfortunate for Diamande that Montoya is almost in front of him, so he can't see the flight of the ball coming into him, so he does get underneath it. Maybe if he sees it a little bit better, he can position himself. Can the Rangers midfielder, but wide it goes. And what I will say, approaching 67, 68 minutes, about halfway into this second half, as we will get a hydration break in the second half as well. Because of how open the second half has been, I can't believe we haven't had a goal yet.
It's baffling, isn't it? It was so, maybe not cagey in that first half, but there was a lot more structure to it, and we got 3 goals in a matter of no time, and all of a sudden we have no goals. It's bizarre, isn't it? They're so open, Rangers are open, and we haven't had one. Rangers they're fighting hard to get back into it, but I'm still unconvinced by it, unfortunately. I mean, I think their attacking has dropped off ever so slightly in this second half, maybe not as convincing, but at the back still unconvincing. A lot of greenery. Wow, it looks like in the middle of a golf course. Is that a runway over on that far side? I think it's a landing strip. Absolutely fantastic. Very short walk to the stadium for the Rangers playing. But absolutely, yeah, it's one of them that Rangers will say, right, we're 1-0 up, we've thrown it to 2-1, but we can still back into this. But for Jaga, they'll say, right, we won the game 2-1, but for what we have at home against the very open Rangers going away in the second leg, and if we lost the tie, they would really kick themselves.
I think you're spot on with that. It's always a story, isn't it? Win your home ties, don't lose your away ties. But if you are going to lose it, lose by 1 as well. So yeah. Rangers aren't in a terrible position. It's just how we've said a few times now. It's more that if you'd have said to Derek McInnes, you're 1-0 up inside 5 minutes, he'd have gone, oh, okay, so we can manage the game then, can't we? Whereas instead, not managing the game, conceding 2 goals from the goal inside about 18 minutes or so. Warm welcome if you are just joining. Just over 70 minutes played in Białystok, Poland, from the Shortan Arena. It is unofficial, independent, off-tube studio commentary of all the action in this first leg of the third round of the Europa League qualifiers. Jagiellonia Białystok lead Rangers 2-1. It's myself, Lewis Rafter, joined by Nathan Wastel, and we are just about to get back underway for the rest of the second half. Of course, a hydration break, not the 3 minutes that we were used to over the summer in North America, but about a minute or so. Again, as I said earlier, it's about 30 degrees this evening in Poland, so I think it's one of them where we can't really blame them in pre-season as well, where fitness levels aren't really where a lot of managers and players would like or would want. It's a big second half of the second half, the fourth quarter, as we've mostly said, over the summer for Rangers here. Will Jager be able to hold on? They play some good stuff. They've had some chances. Rangers have been living dangerously. Let's see how the rest of the second half will play out as forward. They come down the right-hand side once again. Decent ball in, defended well. But to take us through to full time, pass you over to Nathan.
Thanks, Lewis Rath. As a throw-in far side for the Scottish side. Working hard down there, has to be said. Agbenifo working down that right side. It's going to be Romans with the throw-in. Still surviving on that caution, of course. Throws it down the line. A bit of a flick on. Schmidt's battling away. Oh, he's got past 2. He's done exceptionally well. We have a 2-on-2 here. Move to the near side. Can they get the ball in? Diamande wants it on the left foot. Gets it, delays it. Shot comes in and it's blocked very well. Schmidt made another run. Diamande had one thing in mind, and it was a good block in the end, but they should have done better with it. They weren't trying to look in behind the back line. They were playing in front of it. It made it easy for the Jager defenders. But it was a good block nonetheless. It remains 2-1 with 72 on the clock. Abramovich at the back. Number 50 for the goalkeeper. That's a strange one, isn't it? Of course, Polish teams, you do get some sporadic numbers.
Just watching about the handball there from Diamande, the shout. I can see why he's asking for it, but that's a bit more of desperation to me.
It's ricocheted off his teammate, hasn't it? So you can't, I don't think you could be given that. Rangers have a throw in though. They've just won it high up on the near side. Chance maybe to go for a long throw here. Then they're close to the box. I don't think they will go for it. It was Kobayashi there. He's been brilliant, the number 4 at the back for Jager in his Zunos. As he's just actually been trodden on the toe. That'll be a painful one. Schmidt just on the landing. He's actually given a free kick. Wow. It's one of them you don't normally see given the go under the radar. You know, you just sort of land on the toe. It's one of them accidental ones and you carry on. But referees deemed to give that. Bit of an interesting decision, that one. I'm just looking at Prelic, the number 99. I'm not sure about you, but listening to us two, I haven't really said his name all that often.
No, apart from the ball into the box for their second.
Yeah.
So that was the only time he's really been mentioned, hasn't he? He hasn't been able to almost get into the game, has he? I think Schmidt on the left-hand side's taken up most of the noise that we've given them so far. So he's almost played third fiddle in that forward three, hasn't he? So he might be the first to come off, or maybe he'll be given more time because he's that glue guy. I'm not too sure, but you are right. But now it does look to me that Jager sitting back a little bit more.
Ball into the box. Good header out by Konstantopoulos. And helped on its way by Romanchuk, the skipper. Flick round the corner from Imaz. Didn't pull off. Blues win it back. Chimiti lays it backwards. Good feet. Fernandez very high up. Very good feet by the big centre half. Move to the far side. Are they going to put a ball into the box? Thought about it, but Asgard just keeps hold. Devlin picks it back up. Just to recycle. Stands still at the minute. 25 yards from goal, far touchline. Moved inside to Devlin. Devlin dancing around. He's just going to go into the centre of the pitch. Needs to be careful, Dujon Serlin, but he's just about got away with it. And forward they come. Cameron Devlin, of course, former Hearts player, made the move himself with Shankland. Ball into a dangerous area. That's a poor touch though, and Jager's going to win it back. Is it going to be won back in the near touchline? It is. McCrory wins it back. A lot of possession for Rangers, a lot of attacking intent, not a lot of attempts.
No, that's the problem, isn't it? That Diamande one, when it was blocked away, just wasn't the right. Again, I do think it's decisiveness, because if you're going to go for the shot, at least take the touches, strive forward, whereas he was almost, he was waiting on Chimiti, wasn't he? And I think you've got to go, well, if Chimiti's not making the decision for me, I'm going to go for goal. I think that's been the problem, the decisiveness for both teams as well. Jaguar have made a few mistakes as well. I'm not going to take that away, but I mean, Dragiellonia coming on as well now for the visitors. Asgard, I think he's been really poor, but I do think what you pointed out about the lack of rest, the lack of time to just rest your body. As I said, I know he didn't play a lot of minutes for Norway, but he was travelling, he was training every day with the side.
Wasn't sat on the beach.
I know he wasn't sat on the beach, he wasn't able to have 3-4 weeks of just taking your mind off of football. I think he's been poor, but I think fatigue at this point of the season as well is something you've got to look at.
Absolutely. As Rangers have it. So yeah, off goes Asgard, the scorer on Friday, and Dragiellonia, Raf rightly said, the number 22 is on in his place. Fairly like for like, it'll be an attacking midfield option. Over to the far side, Cameron Devlin, down the line he goes, clip ball in, he's at the first man, looking for Chimiti. And it's over on that far side once again. They're going to keep battling away and trying to get the ball in the box. They are sitting in deep now, the home side. Into the box he goes, looking for a back heel. It wasn't a bad attempt, by Raskin. He's won it back in the edge of the box as well, trying to feed it through. Raskin just can't get there. He shouldn't make a foul there, right in the byline. Jaga trying to clear their lines, done very well. And they should. Konstantopoulos, ball across the face of his own box is always risky, but he's got away with it. Ball to the near side. Montoya making strides. They're going to move the ball forward. Bit of a rare attack for them in the closing stages. Last quarter we go. Ball over to the far side. That's good play. And over they come to the near side. And a shot comes in straight at the keeper. Like Bonifo caught it with the left foot, but he was dipping, bounced right in front of the keeper. Couldn't find a corner.
It's almost at the front post, isn't it? I think obviously what he's trying to do goes for the legs of Roman as well.
The eyes.
Yeah, exactly. He gives him the eyes, but what you would want to do is curl it the other side, I think. But as you say, giving him the hands, I don't know if that's him just trying to catch the goalkeeper out or just test the goalkeeper. We've already seen him save it and spill it into a dangerous area. Maybe that's on his mind as well. But really positive from the substitutions coming on. He's added a lot of pace to the wide areas, hasn't he? To be quite honest, as the number 10. But Rangers, they've got to push for that equaliser at the minimum. But it could also mean they do concede a third.
And they're going to maybe concede here, but that's a good play, and it'll be a throw-in. Far side, right in the corner. That's a foul throw. Referee's not seen it. Ball in the box, headed clear with Chimiti battling. He's not winning them aerial battles, Chimiti. He's outnumbered there at the back. They've dealt with every ball that's come in so far. Fernandez, fast touchline on halfway. Right-footed pass to the near side to Sterling. Exit out the right-hand side of the centre circle over to the near side to McCrory. It's not about an early ball in there. Just didn't go for it. And he goes backwards to Sterling. Maybe just running out of time. 12 to play. We're going to get at least 2 or 3 because of the hydration break. Not a lot of stoppages in the second compared to the first. Over on the far side, Dragiellonia. He has a bit of room to roam into, and he's done it. He's looking for the 1-2, and they gets it. Dragiellonia into the box. Got to pull it back in the air. Pulled it back too much. Headed out into touch. It'll be a corner on the near side for Rangers. Bit of an unorthodox ball in. Normally when they run to the byline like that, you see them pull it back along the floor, but he sort of clipped it behind everyone. It was on a bounce, and he had a body in front of him. You see why he's gone for it, but unorthodox and maybe not the right option.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there. I can see exactly why he's gone for it, because he's probably thinking if I fizz it across the surface, he'll just get deflected away. But also, why Romans did it, it could be deflected into the back of the net, couldn't it? So that's also an option. He'll be the man to take this outswinging corner as well, so an opportunity for a better delivery.
Outswinging corner, looks like a decent one as well. Keeper comes with the punch, only to the edge. Well, they haven't got it under control, and there's a foul that's been given by the Montenegro referee, and it looks like we're getting more substitutions. But I think when he pulled that ball in, it was behind everyone. Everybody box crashed into the box. It just took that one player to arrive late to get on the end of it.
Yeah, if someone's there, right place, right. If someone just stands off it and understands that ball might come in, you're probably doing all right with it. But when everyone makes that forward run, maybe you would even say, as one of the Rangers forwards saying, well, maybe I should have been in a better position. You've got to look at yourself as a Rangers forward saying, well, could I have done a little bit more as a double sub is coming up? And it is Prolik and Imaz who've come off the pitch. Drakel is coming on for him, and then just waiting for confirmation of the other substitution as well from our broadcasters. Silla, number 17, is coming on. So double change, and I think that's just fresh legs in the middle just to see this game out, because 2-1 is a great result for Jager. You just now, I think if you are Adrian Simonellic, you just want to see this game out now.
Yeah, 100%. Fresh legs, that's for sure. That's what, 4 substitutions, still got 1 more to go, the home side. That's going to be a free kick for Rangers. They're going to take it quickly. Thought about it, and they are. Devlin over to the far side, right in the far touchline, in line with the edge of the Jager box. Ball down the line. That's a good touch. That's a better second touch as well. Into the box they come. Shot comes in. Good save. It's going to come out to the number 2. Shot comes in as well. Deflected out. I think it's going to be a corner on the weaker side for McCrory. And it might have been that man, Kobayashi, who's got shouts for man of the match, I think. Lovely 1-2 on the far side. Back heel through the legs. Shot comes in. Saved. McCrory really did catch that on the weak left, and it was going towards goal. I think that was creeping in the corner. Really important block, corner kick.
It was, and what's important is it's a great save from the keeper, because he saves it out of the penalty area, doesn't he? It's a great block though from the defender as well. You've already given him a lot of plaudits. That was absolutely fantastic from him. Corner comes in, they don't make the most of it. Here come the hosts.
What an important block that is at the back. Absolutely brilliant by Cameron Devlin. Stuck out a leg. If not, they were through 1-on-1 with 8 to play. Well, it's opened up now, hasn't it? Ball on the far side. Chance to get forward. They are. There's only 1 man in the box in Chimiti. He's outnumbered 5-1. Ball in the box. He's not going to find him. Cleared out. Not once but twice. To the edge. Needs to commit, but give Chimiti a bit more help. He hasn't got much around him. Devlin, far side. They come again. Romans strafing around. He's going to have to go backwards. Devlin pulling a lot of the strings over to the near side to Sterling. Just red and maroon, yellow and maroon, I should say, right in front of them. Can't get near it at the minute. Rangers into the centre circle. Fernandez over to the far side to Romans. Not a lot of movement. He's going to go at far touchline. Just keep it ticking over. Dragiellonia. Back it goes to Fernandez. A bit more of a patient approach, like Rafael mentioned in the second half. Dragiellonia again. Sterling sweeps it across. A little bit slower now. They have got 7.5 plus additional to go. It's going to go and cut into the back of the stick. It's going to go out for a goal kick. Looking for McCrory on the overlap. Wasn't a bad idea. Just wrong execution.
You took the words out of my mouth there. I like that is the idea. Try and get into the back post. Try and get one in behind with some good pace on it. It's not just floated in. For example, in the first half, there was that ball put in where McCrory nodded it down, didn't he? And Yokota didn't get there. But there was a lot of air on it from Neil, so it made it awkward. It meant that the defender could get back in a position to defend the header from McCrory. What is that one? If that gets to McCrory, he's cutting that across or going for goal, and it's a good opportunity. But as you say, the execution was poor. There was a little bit too much on it there from Raskin. I think what you would say in this second half, I know goalless, and I don't know how it's been goalless in the second half for both teams. And both teams haven't got an extra goal or few. Shank looks like he's prepared to come on as well. I think if you had Derek McInnes, you would take a lot of positives. In this second half, you have controlled it a little bit better. I think the more qualities come on the field of play, but at the same time, you would sit there and go, we could have scored and we could have done a lot more. Poor in the middle though now here come the hosts.
Far side, Agbenifo into the box. He's asked too much of himself, run into trouble, and here come Rangers. Lawrence Shanklin getting ready to come on. Interesting if he comes on for Chimiti. It's the obvious change, but with Chimiti being so isolated, I could see the sacrifice in the midfielder. That's a poor touch. And they should clear their lines, Jager, on that far side. Hook down the line. Anywhere will do for them now. That's into touch, and we're throwing far side for Rangers. Now we'll find out exactly who will coming on. No, we won't. We're going to carry on. HJFK 1, Motherwell 1 with minutes to play. Motherwell did go 1-0 up from the spot just after the hour mark, but looks like it will end level. Searching ball to the back post, and very well dealt with at the back by Konstantopoulos. He didn't know what was behind him, so he's just put it out for a corner. But what a flighter of ball in that was, but only 1 man in there.
I mean, all I could think about though is you spoke about bringing Shankland on and partnering with Chimiti. That is exactly what would have happened. And usually from corners, they don't make subs, do they, the teams? But Shankland is going to come on. And you said it was for a midfielder. I agreed with you. It's going to be McCrory I can imagine all it will be is a midfielder will stick closer to Fernandez and Sterling will go out to support on that right-hand side. But Shankland coming on, that's a big presence from this corner and from any attacks now for Rangers.
Yeah, two of them up top. I think that's the right call by McInnes. Ball's going to come in early. Oh, he's going to get there, Lawrence Shankland. Oh, it's a good save. He almost got a goal with his first touch. Header down that fell his way in the 6-yard box. Keeper jumped on it. You must praise the number 50 for his reactions. Headed down by a man at the back, and then he just flicked at it, and he's not a million miles away from it. Fernandez headed it down. He touched it almost with both the inside of his knees, and then if he just got that flick right, it could have been 2-2. That's huge.
It was just off his studs almost, wasn't it? If he even gets that with his toe, that's probably rolling under the goalkeeper there. As you said, what an impact that would have been. But now they've got to defend. Here come the hosts.
Inside ball, poor one. Oh no, it's actually turned out very good in the end. Is that going to be a free kick? I feel like it should be. The referee thought about it, but they will get one. They're going to take their time over it as well. 25 yards from goal. I wouldn't even be surprised if they didn't even go for goal and just went short.
Yes, keep a bit of possession. And I think what you've got to do right now is, although Jager are leading, Rangers have got the momentum, haven't they? So it's almost good for just about a minute, 2 minutes, just pass it around, just keep possession. Don't let Rangers back on the ball. I mean, what you would say as well is, maybe from that positive point of view, would say, yeah, but if we swing a ball into the box, if we get a third, oh my, that doesn't finish the tie-off, but it puts a lot of pressure on Rangers at Ibrox, and it looks like that's what they might be doing, at least from Pander's reaction. Yeah,
he's setting up a wall here. 3.5 to play. Rangers need to be careful that this doesn't get any worse. Montoya is one of the ones over. He's already scored tonight, but for the wrong reasons, has to be said. He got the proceedings underway for Rangers. It looks like he's going to take this with the left foot. He's gone for goal. It's over the top very comfortably. Never got the dip on it in the end. And, well, I'd say surprised if they can go short. They've given the ball back to Rangers. It'll be a goal kick, but my pet peeve of mine is hitting the wall. I'm always said I'd rather them whack it into Rosette than hit the wall, but I mean, that was touching Rosette.
Yes, it was. That was touching the trees and the forest outside the stadium.
It landed on the landing strip, didn't it, in the airport?
Someone couldn't take off because that's just flown past the pilot. But no, you're right. It's like a corner, isn't it? Would you rather him overhit it but try to get in the box or hit the first man? Both are frustrating, but you would probably rather them overhit it. But that's also a left back doing that. That's a poor piece of play at the back there, you'd have to say. Poor tackle, but he also knew it was doing was Kobayashi there. He's going to pick up a yellow card as well. So this is an opportunity for Rangers to swing the ball into the box. And as well, this has all come from that poor decision to take a shot from that free kick.
Yeah, and I don't think they'll be going short here. I think they'll be launching this one into the box. Let's have another look. Diamande on this right-hand side, near side this time. Yeah, he's just got the better rim with the pace, and then Kobayashi's come across him. Good decision. Ball's going to be floated in. It's a flighter in. Shankland couldn't get there, and it's headed clear only to the near side to Raskin, laid backwards. Can they get the ball into the box? Dragijevic all the way across to the far side. Really poor first touch on that far side. Better second, and the ball's a flight to the back post, headed back across by Shankland. It's hit off a defender and into the keeper's hands in the end. He's trying to put it back across. He's done the right thing, but it's hit the defender right front and stung the speed and then landed straight into the hands of the keeper. It wasn't a bad ball, was it? It was a flight or a search and a curl. It had the angle as well. Shankland's going to lap them up, but it's just one of them, isn't it? Straight into the midriff of the defender.
If he puts that into a better position, that could have been 2-2, couldn't it? That's the difference. And I agree with you. When Curtis put that ball, and I thought that's well of it, that it just dipped to the last second, didn't it, onto the head of Shankland. And let's be honest, we're giving Shankland some grief. He'll be the first person to know I should have done better with that header, because that's his bread and butter, really, isn't it? But time is the enemy now for Rangers. But also, if you're Derek McInnes, you've got to look at what's more worth it, going for the equaliser now, but maybe conceding a third, and then you go into Ibrox in a week 2 down, or not accepting that you're going to lose 2-1, but just being a bit safe and saying 1-0 down could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, and of course 3 at the back now with the 2 lads up top. Schmidt looks frustrated. Minute of play of the mandatory 90. We'll find out much additional time. If I was putting money on the table, I'd take 4 minutes. Plenty of subs and the hydration break. May even be 5. We will see. Ball headed to the near side. Is the Rangers man going to get there? They will. They've been a better team at the latter stages of this game. Raskin moves it centrally to Cameron Devlin and all the way to the far side for Curtis. Here come Rangers, ball inside, trying to touch it around the corner. It's not the right idea, and they're getting the ball away to Jaga. Agbenifo, he's just going to run it. That's why he's been brought on, but that's going to be a foul against Agbenifo. He's took down Sterling. And they need to get on with it, really, Rangers. They've got a free kick inside their own area. I'm just going to check if Motherwell, if they did change. No, it ended a goal apiece in Finland, so I think that Motherwell will be fairly happy with that. Yes, 5 added minutes at the end of this game. I mean, Motherwell, with that, we talked about that fantastic 3 points to open the SBL campaign away at Hibs. And now a draw, like you said, if you're not going to win the game, you don't lose it. And they've drawn it.
Yeah, no, that's the important thing. And just make, and I'm sure Motherwell, when they go back on home turf in a week's time, they will then feel confident, right? Just win. As long as we win, we're doing very well. And they will take confidence into that. And look, Hibs as well, they play later, don't they, as well, of course. And they'll be thinking into their game that a lot of these teams in Europa League qualifying haven't kicked off their campaign, whereas the likes of Rangers, Hibs, Motherwell, Jaga have. So they've got to then think about the weekend game, which brings an added little bit of a problems, fitness, if you will, team selection. But 5 minutes of stoppage time, just one more than what you said. Jaga now coming forward. Rangers are getting stretched.
Yes, they are. And Schmidt, if he looked up there was a ball for the man in behind. He's attracted the foul off Raskin. He's done very well. And it will be a free kick, and that'll eat the minutes away. And we've got ourselves another yellow card, and it is for that man, Raskin, the number 43. And he gives the referee a piece of his mind as well. He wasn't happy with that one, but a free kick nonetheless for Jaga, just inside the Rangers half. Because Raskin wearing the armband now that Dan Neil has gone off. I mean, if you're talking about Lawrence Shankland being club captain, shouldn't Raskin give him the armband?
I thought that. Maybe that's Raskin going, you know what, I was giving it for the second half, I'm going to wear it. He's been at the club a long time, of course. Now as Raskin, it seems like every summer he's linked to with a move, if I'm being quite honest. I know his World Cup performances have caught the eye of a lot of teams, and I think Rangers would do quite well to keep a hold of him, if I'm being honest. I mean, in the second half alone, he's shown that once he gets up to full fitness, he will run. He runs games for Rangers, doesn't he? So just not up to full fitness, and I won't be surprised if Derek McInnes was also trying to slowly integrate him in because of the minutes he did last season, and of course that World Cup campaign.
Yeah, Nicholas Raskin is a fantastic engine midfielder, it has to be said. He's on the ball now. He's spinning on the 180 in the centre circle. He's got a man down his line. He's thought about it. Still there, but he's going to launch it into the box. It's a good ball as well for Shankland's head down. Shot comes in. Oh, it struck the post. It's a brilliant effort on the full volley as well. Lovely head down. That's why Shankland's there. And it was struck really well. I believe it was Curtis, the number 52. We'll have to have another look, but he's hit the stump of the post. They're still on the ball. Closest have come since the goal, really. Raskin, ball in the box. That one's overhit. Keeper's going to get there. And hopefully we get a replay of that effort, because it was... How many times do you see a volley? I mean, a volley's such a hard skill. But how many times do you see a volley just sliced into the stands? This time, pummeled against the post. What an effort, really unfortunate.
I mean, the keeper just knew that, right, it's either in the back of my net or the post's going to save me. He knew that the shot stopper. But again, it's the quality of the ball in from Raskin. It's the quality of presence in the air that Shankland brings into coming on. It's a great strike. That would have been one of the goals of this qualification campaign. No doubt about it. But it also feels like, as you say, if we're being really honest and critical, that's probably their best chance, as you rightfully said, in basically now 3 minutes into stoppage time. In 90 minutes, that's what is quite poor.
Too little, too late at this point, you'd have to say. It may have been Romans, that took the effort. I'm not quite sure. I'm sure it was Curtis, but we will see. It might have been Cameron Devlin, to be frank. There's a whole host of players that could have been. Didn't quite catch who it was. Wojciech will take the throw in down his line, left-hand edge of the Rangers box. They've got the ball. They're moving down the line. It's come off a Jaga man. Minute to play. Jaga 2, Rangers 1, and they are running out of time in this one. All goals in the first half. 3 goals in 21 minutes, it has to be said. Well, actually, it was actually in 17 minutes. The first goal was in the 4th minute, and then it ended in the 21st, and we've had nothing since that. So this game's pretty much done and dusted very early on. Ball down the line for Jaga. They're going to come forward. They're going to look over the top. No, they're just going to play it to Schmidt, and he's going to win the throw-in in the end. Who's going to be on man of the match? It's a bit of an interesting one for me. Like I said, I'm touching on Kobayashi for how well he's done. For me, there isn't a massive standout.
I agree. I'm just looking at the lineups now and what we've got written down.
Maybe Schmidt. I mean, 2 of the 3 goals, 2/3 of them were their own goals.
Yes.
So you normally levitate towards the goal scorer. Maybe Schmidt.
I'd say from an attacking perspective, yes, but
He hasn't done much in the second half. So.
Kobayashi, I think, as you pointed out, I just think, I mean, his block, I mean, that would have been 2-all for McCrory, wouldn't it? His strike, that would have been in the back of the net. I think he had that great tackle in the first half as well of Chukwuyani as well, didn't he? So he's been really calm at the back. I think, as you said, it's just unfortunate that no one's really shone, but no one's looked really poor either, is the difference. But from that long ball forward, the referee will blow for full time. Rangers had that big chance.
Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting market, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary while also enjoying our in-play betting opportunities. Good luck! Our next football commentary match is getting ever nearer, so why not take the opportunity of having a bet on the match? Whether you're interested in betting on the match result, the first player to score, the last scorer, correct score, double result, total goals market, handicap betting, or any other of our exciting markets, it's fun to be involved. Don't forget, when the match kicks off, you can sit back and enjoy superb independent studio commentary